And welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Unscripted and Unchained RPG review. This is a live stream. So, I am celebrating my 59th birthday. And I wanted to take this opportunity to be thankful for many things. I always save, I always recognize these important days in my own life for an opportunity to be thankful. And so it's not just another year for myself, another birth year for myself. Being 59 years old is like there's nothing magic about that number. I think that when you hit the new decades, that's something that kind of stands out. So like next year when I hit 60, that will be something that stands out. Then again, the next milestone would be like 62, maybe 65. Really depends, like how things are, how things are shaping up. Let's say, but anytime I hit like the anniversary dates of the channel as well, which is always December 30th. So anytime that I hit those kind of important dates, I like to reflect back. I like to look at what is bringing enjoyment into my life, and and a lot of times that is quite simply being on YouTube and chatting with other friends, talking about gaming and running games, going to conventions, and just the excitement that revolves around there. There is also the fact that I have tons and tons of friends that many of you might not see because they're not gaming related, and yet they'll pop in and they'll start saying happy birthday or whatever, and these last 2 days, because they really started floating in yesterday, and that's probably because of time zone differences. So for them yesterday was March 31st, and so I started getting those, and I get well wishes from friends that work friends that I haven't worked with in well over a decade, and those are coming in as well. So yeah, I'm super appreciative of all of the friends, and obviously my family as well, my wife and my two daughters, and all of the support that they give me as well. I'm fortunate that my wife is on, she's on her spring break this week. I actually start my spring break really tomorrow, and then it goes through next week. So we have overlapping spring breaks for at least the next couple of days. So we have that. So we'll have extra time to spend together. And my eldest daughter is, she was off today, but she'll be off again on Saturday, so we'll be able to spend some time together there as well. My younger daughter's back to school. She had her spring break last week, so yeah, the span of 3 weeks of spring breaks and none of them actually matching together, is kind of the one downer for that. But we do have a couple days where it, like today kind of overlapped. I worked a little bit today, but I left work early so I could get home and at least have dinner and some cake with my family. I did postpone my game tonight for two reasons. Number one, I wasn't quite sure how my schedule was going to work out by the time I got home. I was really expecting my older daughter to get home around 8:30 or so, and it just so happened that her second job, her choreography job, was shut down for the night. So for whatever reason, she doesn't even know. So she came home a lot earlier, and that was awesome too. So I'm going to check in the chat and see who's here, and say hello to some of my friends. Yeah, and players are here. So Timmy, hey, how's it going, Tim? Good to see you. And thank you for your well wishes. Bo. So Bo and I play in Shadow and Sons game on alternating Thursday nights. So that's a Barrows and Borderlands. So sorry, Barrows. I want to thinking that it's like a rabbit game, but it's not quite. Um, but good to see you guys here. Chthonic Musings. Hey, thanks for stopping in. Thank you for your well wishes as well. Terry, thank you. Yeah, so I like to take these opportunities to, talk about, the past several, weeks, months, or even the past year, on these important dates, for me. And again, I'm going, right back to gaming. This channel is a gaming channel. I like to, keep on talking about the thing that really is. This is my only, you know, really my only vice, my only hobby, my only leisure time that I really do put into something separate from my family time and everything. So it's great to have this kind of a hobby that is, so supportive of both me, and I really enjoy supporting it as well, especially when I go on to my convention circuit. Basically, I just bought the ticket for ShireCon 2026, which will be in September. And when I'm looking over my schedule there, I was like, all right, there are my 5 conventions that I'll be attending, what I consider to be this particular year. So when I say that, my my convention years run from basically from September, through June. So really, ShireCon coming in late September is actually the start of next year's cycle. So my gaming is following a September to the end of June as well, and then I look to switch up game systems starting the following September, the unless our campaign is really going in an awesome direction, and then I will carry that over and see how we can, move it around my schedule if my schedule does change. But next year, next September, I expect my schedule to change for the better for my Tuesday night group, because I'm going to change my work days from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So that is going to free up my Tuesday. I'll never be late for a Tuesday night game, and I'll be able to catch some other live streams that start earlier on Tuesday. I think like 6 o'clock. I'll be able to hit some of Roger from CNY RPG Con. I'll be able to start hitting some of Roger's, some of his live streams that usually start around 6 o'clock on Tuesday evening. So be able to participate in those as well. And excited to be able to do that starting in September as well. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the gaming that I've been doing, and then some of the people that I've been interacting with for quite some time, and you're going to see a lot of them here in the chat as well. Like I said, some of these people are people I play with, or people that play in my game as well. Like Timmy is one that's played in several of my games so far, and he just joined over into our Tuesday evening game, which is one of the reasons why I'm kind of glad we're taking this week off, because now I can really prepare for that full group of 6 player characters again, and I could drop off the other player characters that are now NPCs, because of work schedule changes and whatnot. Those players had to move on. So anyway, my Tuesday night game, since I've been mentioning it so much, is Dragon Slayer RPG. And so this is a game that I actually picked up last year. So within this year, from March to March, I picked this up. I ordered this at CNYCon last June, and this arrived to me around, I want to say around September-ish, that it actually came, and we've been running it pretty much ever since. How many weeks are we into? I think we're into this 11 weeks now. I was wrapping up my other, so we haven't quite been running it the whole time since October. Maybe I didn't get it until November. But anyway, we're about 11 weeks in. This would have been week 12 for it. And it's a great system. I really enjoy it. There's a lot of things about it that I like. And, looking forward to continuing to see where the party goes moving forward. And so, but this one will run, through to the end of June. And then I'll decide, I'll make a decision like, are we going to stick with this and go forward, or are we going to move to my projected next game system, which is a game system that I played before, and I'll get to that. Um, this upcoming Thursday, all right, because on alternating Thursdays, I'm either a player in Shadow and Sons game or I'm running Deadlands Second Edition. So this one I'm definitely going to, continue running. Now, when we shift to in September, when I shift to working on a Thursday, I'm just going to let them know that Thursdays I should be getting home around 7:30ish, and we start around 8:30, so that probably won't be too difficult. And there's only 4 players in that, although I'm open for more players. So if anyone is free Thursday nights and you want to play in a Deadlands game, that's second edition, then you're welcome to join in. I can bring on maybe 1 or 2 other players. If I end up with like a good stable size, number of players, like let's say I ended up with like 8 or 9, then I will run possibly 2 separate sessions. I can do various things where, it doesn't necessarily need every single player to show up, but if everybody does, then we'll work out something where everyone can still be involved without getting too bored with waiting for their moment in the in the sun. So anyway, next up is my Saturday night games, and this is going to, once I get past my next 2 conventions in April. So I'm thinking May, beginning in May, I'm going to be running every Saturday. I absolutely love this system, and the campaign, because it is just a dwarven only campaign. So every player character is a dwarf, and they're an elite group of dwarves known as the Stone Wardens, and so they're directly working for the crown, basically, and it's predominantly a hex crawl kind of gameplay, and they're going out there and we're just seeing like what they can get involved with, that supports their home kingdom and also advances their desires for adventure and what they're looking for as far as their character's personal growth. And I'm really infusing it into it, the sense of they are dwarves. It's dwarven. Everything that they're doing, anytime they're interacting with each other, they're speaking in dwarvish. They haven't come across anyone yet that is not a dwarf, or doesn't speak dwarvish or understand it. So they've fought some goblins. They're first level, by the way. They fought some goblins. They fought some bugbears. All right, so the challenge so far has been pretty good for them. And in our last session, which I haven't done a session recap yet, but in their last session, they actually fought and killed 2 hill giants. Now, I knew going into that that all the hill giant had to do was hit them, and there was a very good chance they would die. And yes, as it turned out, the second of the hill giants actually did end up killing 2 player characters, although one of them I was controlling because that player had to step away from the campaign, but the other was being played by one of my players, and so we were, you know, I was a little bit taken aback, but again, um, as the dice gods really rolled it out for them, they happened to be in a dwarven outpost, and when I checked to see if there was a cleric in the place, and they were in like a dwarven temple. So I was like, all right, it makes a lot of sense that there would be a cleric here. And I says, and this is a pretty important outpost, so let's just roll randomly and see if if the dwarf is priest is going to be high enough level to uh, have a raised dead. And it just turned out that the role he ended up being 10th level, and so able to raise not just the one but both of them. Now they're kind of under the weather and immobile for the next 2 weeks, which works out again purposely. We're kind of on one-to-one time now, so I'll be talking to everybody else in the group and seeing, well, what has your character been doing these past 2 weeks, and I will fully describe that to them at the opening of not this upcoming Saturday but the following Saturday. And then, like I said, we're going to be off for a 2 week span when I'm at two consecutive conventions that are coming up. Hey, Ducato, how's it going? And Swords and Stones, welcome. Good to see you. So, yeah, old school essentials. I'm absolutely loving the system. I'm using some of the carcass crawlers for additional content for it. There's a carcass crawler 6 has a lot of things for dwarves in there, so that really apropos for what we're doing. And now we're looking, yes, and Edgelord. Edgelord is one of my players as well, and yes, they saved Sal. That was the whole thing. It became something where they have a mule named Sal, and Sal got stung by a giant wasp, and Sal had, they didn't know it at the time, but Sal had 2 days to live before the poison was going to take him. So they started pushing it, forward, like we're going to have to get to this place because we want to save Sal. And it's a perfect example of how role playing kind of takes over, and it kind of it lent itself to a dynamic, a table dynamic, even though we're virtual, a table dynamic that I think is something that's that doesn't always happen. So it's really great when it does, and I can see this campaign going out further beyond, I'm picking back up again in September. So when I take that summer break of just July and a good portion of August, when we get back to our Saturday gaming, I probably will see no reason to switch to something else for this going forward. I'm going to just check out and see what some people are saying. So, talking about player death, one of our players, Mage, died in the Monday game I play in, and we got him resurrected, cost him 4,000 gold. Yeah, this would have cost quite a bit if you guys were not Stone Wardens. And the priest wants to stay in good favor with the king of the dwarves there, and so I decided, like, yeah, let's let this roll. Now, the other character that died, that is an NPC at this point. If that player returns, then he's going to pick him up where he left off. But if that player doesn't return and we get a replacement, then we're going to move forward. He's going to stay at that outpost and be an NPC for you to have continued contact with. So that's another thing that I'm looking to do with this campaign, because it's kind of hex crawly, and because it's it's meant to be kind of free and open for players to step in, players to step out and whatnot. So yeah, that's something else that I want to encourage. I want to encourage players to feel that they can, yes, pop in and pop out, and that goes to the channel, right? So I have channel membership, and if you become a member and you certainly let me know that you're a member on my Discord channel, then you could always step into any of those games. If you just give me some heads up before those scheduled game nights, then I'll be like, yeah, cool. You can create an NPC character if you're not going to play full time, for a long period of time. But you can create an NPC character, and I'll have that integrated into what the rest of the party is doing, whether it's just for that session or maybe for a limited time. I want to get more of my channel members to interact a little bit more in the impromptu gaming that I have, and I'm going to about that. That's a great transition to go to my next. But let me check out some of these other comments here. Yes, my day has been pretty awesome. Like I said, I did work today, and but I kind of scrunched my schedule to where I crammed everybody in like a 2 hour time frame. So my three clients, I crammed them into like a hour time frame, and I got to leave an hour earlier than I normally would. So it was nice, and circumstances worked out perfect because my older daughter's, her job um, happened to be closed, which she didn't know, and so she ended up coming home, in time for us to have some cake and to watch some TV together and everything. So it really worked out well. Um, Guess we'll have some free time in town for a while, so a good time to furnish our house and to make our statues. Yes, you're going to be working on rebuilding that outpost because it did take significant damage. It was attacked by four giants, and so and then we'll see where you decide to go from there. We'll see how the story kind of plays out. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Good to see you. Yes, and we are on, Paul, for this Thursday night. So get ready. They in our Deadlands game, they are going to be going out. They're going to try to track down this bandit leader and/or just his crew, and try to bring them. So they have a bounty. This is their first time that they're going out with a bounty, and so they'll be looking to do that. And that game system, if you've never played this is a lot of fun. All right, so that's awesome. It's an awesome game system. I love the exploding dice in it, and it puts that certain element of fear into anytime you're entering combat when you have the potential for exploding damage dice. That's pretty awesome gameplay. Oh, you were talking about your Monday night game. Well, you're going to be doing the same thing in our Sunday night game as well. You have about 2 weeks to prepare. That is, if you're still in my Saturday night game. I said meant Saturday night game. I know you shifted to our other game. So anyway, that transition I was talking about. So I am once again coming back to Villains and Vigilantes second edition. I am opening up some of my morning slots for people to join me in there as well. I'm doing these as a GM plus 1 for the most part. But if I do have, times when, once I get several characters, established, different players, on different time slots, and then I'll figure out, what is like one time slot a month I can bring all of you into, one adventure, a one shot where all parties, because they're all living in the same timeline. They're all living in the same, the same city and everything like that. they will become aware at some point of each other's activities. All right. And, you know, if there's an occasion where two of them come together, then they'll have a cooperative, two superheroes working on something. If three or four of them can come together, that's the most that can actually come together. I believe I've set it up for 4 2-hour time slots throughout the week, all in the mornings. So these games are going to be running from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time on on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays. Now, Thursday and Friday, I'm a little bit more open. I can do a second slot during those days as well. So I could have as many as six going throughout the week, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, those are only in the mornings because in the afternoons I work 3 days a week, and in the late afternoons that's when my wife comes home, and um, you know may have some errands to go here or there too during the mornings too. So like I said, this is going to be kind of like, hey, I'm available. Is anybody available? Kind of thing, um, which I will let people know well ahead of time. So we could have some impromptu games as well. Um, Yeah, well, you're in two of my games now, so I think you're just fine. Yeah, I know Saturday nights are kind of difficult for some people. So anyway, so Villains and Vigilantes is a game that I am very excited to get back into. I love this game in the '80s, and really excited about getting back to it again. My favorite superhero game system, by the way. I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh, what about TSR's fast rip?" And I'm like, nope, this is it. This is my favorite. No, I'm sorry, Marvel. But this is my favorite. So that's that. Now on to next September. So next September, I am absolutely moving back to Castles and Crusades. I got some of the newer products from Troll Lord Games, and looking through those things, and then once again, it has inspired me. And all of this buzz about Greyhawk and everything, that's been going on these last 2 weeks. Well, about 3 weeks ago, once I got my new books, before the whole talk about Greyhawk and Wizards of the Coast and Greyhawk and everything, I was already thinking, hey, I'm going to go back to Castles and Crusades, and I'm going to set it in Greyhawk, and literally set it in the city of Greyhawk, not the world, not the larger world setting. And it'll be my first urban campaign, like a purely urban campaign. I mean, once in a blue moon, they might have to go into the immediate region around Greyhawk, but for the most part, I want this to be an urban campaign, and I already have my six or possibly seven players from my Tuesday night games already um, creating their characters, and I'm hoping during the summertime I'll be able to really take a deep look at each of them, and each of their characters, and then think about, well, where might this kind of campaign go, and really looking forward to it. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. And the game system, looking at some of the ways that I'm going to be using it and tweaking it, obviously to my liking, and I think that my players are going to enjoy it that way as well. I think that they're going to. I think it's going to be a great campaign. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. They're playing some of the interesting character classes that are coming out of the Adventurer Pack. I think some of those are kind of unique and ones that we have not played around with before. And I think it's going to be a very, very different experience. This will be our third Castles and Crusades campaign that I'm running. Each of them have lasted a couple of months apiece. This one I can foresee lasting for a minimum of 6 months, if not longer. And I'm hoping that it actually does push beyond that 12-month mark. Again, with the summertime hiatus, but then picking it right back up again in September. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's see, some other people have come in. Erudite DM, hey, how's it going? Yours was Sunday, so the big 6-0. So you're 2 days older than me. Well, happy birthday to you as well. And yeah, it's so your birthday was the 29th. That's the same as my niece's, and then my brother-in-law's was yesterday, and mine's today. So March is the end of March is a big birthday month for my family. So anyway, let's see. Hey Bear, how's it going? Yep, thank you for your birthday wishes as well. I'm going to pop this thing open and let anybody that wants to come in, chat and talk about maybe some of the games that you're doing. I'll talk a little bit about some of the other stuff that has been going on. With my interaction, both on YouTube and other places as well. So let me get the guest invite up there and put that out there. And so there you go. If anybody wants to pop in and talk about their gaming, I'd love to hear what you have going on in your gaming as well. Like I said, when it's my birthday, but the way that I like to celebrate my birthday is I like to talk about, the things that I really enjoy in the hobby, and or the other things going on in my life that have been something that I reflect upon for the year, going either backwards or going forward. And hey, we're gonna bring on Bear. Hey Bear, how's it going?
Happy birthday again, sir.
Thank you very much. How's everything going with you?
Good. I haven't got much time tonight. I'm bouncing over. I'm going to be on the Banff podcast tonight. We're talking about fantasy, space, and superhero games. So that's going to be a fun chat. But you threw up the link. I said, you know what? Far be it for me to turn down a free invite to a party, man.
Yeah. So and we got Timmy too. Hey Tim, how's it going?
Timmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while, Bear. Where have you been?
Living my life, doing my thing.
Yeah. You're still doing the music video channel. Oh, well, not music video, but the music channel, right? I thought I saw something pop up today.
Yeah, I just did a live. We did the 2 for Tuesday show tonight, so that was fun.
Oh, nice.
And then everything else I'm working on these days, other than still trying to get Heroic done, is I started working and really deep diving into this Star Quest game I'm doing. So that's a lot of fun.
Cool. Yeah. I'm just going to turn it up a tiny bit.
It could be me. Let me make.
Yeah, it might be you.
StreamYard does this to my mic.
Yeah, but I'm going to turn it up a tiny bit anyway.
Yeah, there it is. I put my mic down. There we go. Now we're back.
So, good.
Silly StreamYard.
Well, yeah, I had that too when I jumped in on Diversity and Dragons live stream the other day, and he uses a different service, and so I had to turn on my mics and everything like that. I was like, no, what the hell's a default mic? It's not my default mic. It's like, so I had to change that all around and everything. I was like, oh, okay. Now I know what I need to, focus on before I jump in on someone's live stream.
Fair.
Hey, thank you. Thanks, Matthew. Good to see you. So that was a crazy event this past week and a half with someone who shall not be named, but a unfortunately for you, a fellow Canadian who is just off the hook.
Is that the thing about the convention, the online convention or something?
No, that was before. My thing was before that. So yeah, that
Same
came
person?
the following day. Yeah.
Same person though.
Yeah. We're talking about him.
All right.
That was. Yeah, that followed up the very next day.
What happened?
No, that
What
was the
happened?
convention thing. Oh,
Okay, with you.
with me, well, as you might know, so I had, I'll use his name. So I went on to, I had Condor come onto my channel
Sure,
about 2.5 weeks ago. All
sure.
right, and so he came onto my channel talking about AD&D Second Edition, which is his sphere,
Yeah.
and it went pretty well. Yeah, I had one person come in the chat that was someone I've never heard of before, basically attacking him and everything. But I was like, I'm just not going to highlight the person.
Yeah.
I couldn't, I don't know how on Restream how you block. So I've never done it on Restream before. I've blocked people from or silenced people on the YouTube side, but not on the Restream side. So I was like, and I just wanted to focus on him. So afterwards, he was like, "Oh, I'm a little bit upset that, you didn't take care of that one person that was like," I was like, I did. I ignored him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I didn't put it up there. I just kind of, and eventually he just disappeared because he was being ignored.
Yeah.
So then I went on to his channel and, he did an interview and everything. And again, it went pretty well, because we were talking about gaming. But in between, the two live streams, I mean, he just kept on going back to the same old, I'm being attacked, I'm doing this, I'm doing, and, so it was just like, no, if you just stick to games, he is knowledgeable about the games that he does play and everything like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
when you just stuck to this, you'd be fine. And then when I had said that in one of the comments, I was like, because he said, I'm going to stop doing interviews. So I said, well, I think that's working really well. I mean, you're, when you're doing interviews or you're talking about games, you're doing well. And he removed that comment. I was like, oh, okay. I guess praise for, praise for not being abrasive is what kind of pushed him back or something. I don't know. It was kind of weird. And then there was that event that happened like the day after with Bill Sivey and that whole thing. And I don't know anything about that.
No, I just heard it happened. I don't know the details.
Condor put up this post of supposedly from this woman I've never heard of, and she was like, Condor will ban you if you don't, and she typed kill his ass. All right. But I believe, and I says, you know what? It's supposed to be kiss. And it's not a threat. It was just, I says, in the context, kill doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so that prompted him to silence me, drop me from his Discord server, the whole 9 yards. He was like, I'm sorry. He says, we had 2 great conversations, but I'm not going to put up with this. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, whatever. You want to play the victim. So that was the, just the last couple of days for me. Crazy. It's like, you know what? You can't help some people out,
No,
you can't. And then, on top of that, he was like, well, when I go on someone's channel, they get a big boost. And he says, and when they come on mine, nothing really happens, and I was like, all right, well, you gained about 6 or 7 subs from being on my channel, and I lost the 3 subs when you came onto mine. I was like, no, it doesn't really work that way, dude. But it was bizarre. But
it's just crazy.
Not surprising, but bizarre.
No, I mean, he invited me and Cody and you and Max Liao, and everybody was going, and I'm like, I'm not going. They're like, why would you do it? And I'm like, because I have grief with him. I still have grievance with him.
Yeah.
And until those grievances are addressed, I will not be polite or civil to the man. When he
Yeah.
apologizes for the attacks he did on me and the accusations he made against me, maybe I'll consider it then. But otherwise, no.
Yeah.
And then I saw him asking other people, I went, okay, so now he's just click farming. He's just trying to
Mhm.
get people on so people will come watch it. Well, not for me, man. Not for me. I'm not doing it. I'm not
Yeah.
until the apologies are made. There's nothing between him and I as a people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I'm I'll be like him, right? No more second chances.
Yep.
So no more second chances. I don't have to watch your stuff or whatever,
No.
and
No.
that's fine. I can move on
No, but
without.
I agree with you. When he talks about gaming, he's actually not bad. He
No,
knows what
no,
he's
he's
talking about, and he's got a good way of speaking. But the problem is he doesn't talk just about gaming. He gets off on these paranoid, you know, conspiracy theory victim
yes.
complexes, and it's like, brother,
Well, he's the I'm going to definitely put myself into the 80s early 90s mode and a New Yorker, but he's basically like the Tawana Brawley of the
oh my
OSR.
god, oh my
So
god,
it's like
that's brutal.
yeah,
Brutal.
so
Shit faced and half in the bag. Okay.
it's like you know the the creating a victimhood, out of a hoax, basically. Because I know a lot of people are saying that there's stock accounts that are attacking him, which is very, to me, that's what struck me. I was like, oh, just like Tawana Brawley. So anybody our age would know who that is. Anybody younger, look it up.
Yeah, no, for me, I don't interact with any place or anyone I don't feel welcome or I don't feel that their audience is welcoming to me. So I just move the fuck on with my life and do my own shit.
Mm,
And I don't need the attention. I don't need the I'm not looking for anything. I'm doing my own thing, having
yeah.
fun. You know, it's the best way to do it.
Paul, if you look at
Be right back.
if you look at if you go to Diversity and Dragons, they covered it as well. But yeah, big thing. Also, Tennessee um, Death Angels has it on his channel too. He was actually doing the interview of Bill when Bill just exploded when he saw it. So go to Death Angels channel. You'll see it. You'll see what happened there. I cannot do the whole uh, incident justice other than just mentioning it and directing you to go check it out. But yeah, it's a crazy thing. Yes, he falsely claimed he was a partner of the convention and may have taken money from someone too. So yeah, and may have. These are all allegations. But his, now he tried to say that was you know, one of those like that wasn't me. That was a hacked account thing or somebody impersonating me, but I doubt it. Um, yeah,
Wow.
he needs to be ignored by all of us. It's very hard to though because he'll start going on the attack when you don't, So it's like yeah, Tennessee Tabletop Tavern is Death Angel's channel. So check it out there. The interview there, you'll see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all played out there. Yeah, so you will see it, and you will see as it just spirals, and then boom, and you never see him explode like that either. So it was like Bill. You never see Bill explode like that. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, Condor always does a spin. Now, I don't want to make this about. I want to make this about positive things. Yeah, Bill's been doing that con for about 4 years now. Yes, and he does it virtually by himself, and he does it with no compensation for the time spent or anything. And it really does inspire me to actually reach out. I want to participate in it the next time that it comes up. If it is coming up soon, I certainly want to make room for it because I want to support him in that. So So some other things that came up, like I said, just for my kind of birthday, week or so. I did a live stream on Sunday. Apparently, a lot of people were live streaming on Sunday, and I had on I had on some people that came on and were chatting about Wizards of the Coast and Luke Gygax coming together,
Oh dear
and
God, yes.
and I think ultimately I walked away from it pretty pretty much still on the fence, leaning towards not buying it. Um, maybe I would do the a PDF of it, purchase a PDF of it only, and then go through it just for the sake of the channel, and take a look at it. But I'm not even there at the PDF level. I just can't see. Um, I just can't see it. I can't go that way, and give them my money if the disclaimer is still on Drive Through RPG, and if there isn't a legitimate, more direct, um, accepting of not a misstep, because what they did was not a misstep. It was all intentional. It was all trying to push, the legacy players and creators away from it. And now all of a sudden, because they realize that they're not making money from D&D 2024, oh no, we
What?
need their money. So let's bring them back in. I'm sorry, Bear. Did you say
No,
something?
no. I said, what the deuce you say? They're not making money off woke D&D. I'm so shocked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what
it's
a
like,
shocker.
yeah. So it was like, and I reached out to, one of the people that is involved, and I have great respect for him and everything. And it wasn't, hidden. His group is involved, and that does give me some belief that, well, it's not going to be some, woke bullshit. But I said to, that individual, I said, if Jason Tondro's name is anywhere in that book, it's a no deal for me. I mean, that guy basically said we don't need to listen to the old time players.
Yeah,
Screw them. I'm not even going to listen to them. We don't pay attention to them. All right, fine. Don't pay attention to my money either. Because it's going to go someplace else. It's not ever going to come to you. I'm not saying that they should, they need to fire this guy before I come. But if his name is in the book, and it might very well be forced upon them to put the name in the book. Now, this person told me that he's seen the book as it's written. He sees in the contract, and Tondro is not in there. But I don't push it past Wizards of the Coast because they're publishing it. Oh no, we have to recognize our lead designer or whatever the hell his title is, and they'll put it in there. And they're not going to say at that point, oh no, it can't go in. But yeah, he definitely needs to go. He has no business being there. Yes, I know Pundit's been talking about him, and he says they're very on board, of other woke bullshit, activist realm. Yeah, but again, he may, he may, he may want to take it in a different direction, but I don't care. It would have to be, it would have to be something that is so far from 5e that, and I'm still, not with that disclaimer out there and not with a true apology.
I have a very bad relationship with Jason. He and I used to do a lot of podcasting together back in the 2010 era, and we'd wind up on the same shows a lot.
Really?
And they used to call him Professor Superhero because he has a PhD in comic book literature or something like that.
Ah,
And I was on one with him recently, And I was like, all right. I told the host, I said, I won't bring up any of the D&D stuff, but I think that was a real shit move what he did. And then we were talking about Wonder Man, and he literally tried to lecture me about how film and television work because he teaches a film and television class. Wasn't that nice? I only spent 20 fucking plus years working in the industry, but you tell me what's going on, professor. You know, like I hate people like that. These overeducated, underexperienced goobs who think they're going to tell the world what time it is. You know, I was a teacher. You were a teacher. You know, we've done the walk, but I've also been in the industries as well, you know? And I always find those are greater learning experiences because you take the theory and introduce it to the practical.
Yeah.
Theory goes out the window often, you know? Anyway, fuck those guys.
Yeah. So, like I said, and I told this guy, I says, I'm sorry for you, but I just can't bring myself to doing it unless I find a copy of it, out there.
Yeah. I bought the some of the 2024 now D&D 5.5. I bought some of it because it was, I wanted to check it out and see if it was going to be any good. And, I mean, the covers are beautiful. And that's it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Literally. Nothing more. If they release a 6th edition D&D, I might check it out, but I probably won't.
Yeah, if they released the 6th edition and it was a throwback to really old, like the way it used to be before all of this other nonsense that they have in there, then maybe I'll look at it. But again, not with that baggage they still have. Tundra would have to be gone.
Yeah.
All right, before I'd look at it. If they had a totally different team, then maybe, but any of the current people on there, nah, not buying it.
No, I feel you on that. I'm right there.
Yeah.
Quite honest. But what are you going to do? It's the way the industry's going, man. That's why I make my own shit. I publish my own shit, and I very rarely buy anything else unless it's very specifically like Chaosium BRP product,
It was Joe Manganiello.
Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
Who's now divorced from the Colombian girl with big tits.
Yes.
What's her name? Sofia Vergara.
Yes. So, pledge now for these early pledge exclusives. No, I have better games to go to, and like I said earlier on, I mean, I'm going back to Castles and Crusades set in Greyhawk. I got plenty of stuff that I can go to the Greyhawk Grognard's website and learn far more about Greyhawk from that guy than I probably can from Luke Gygax. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I don't get the Luke Gygax.
Hey, Paul. Paul.
Hello. I hear a lot of talk about this new Greyhawk book, but it's going to be nothing compared to the new Baptism of Fire book about Mythic Krakow coming out this summer. I guarantee.
Where's your fat cats and your pizza oven, man? Come on.
Does he do a pizza oven now? I haven't watched him in like a year and a half.
No, he's the pizza wizard or something because his kitchen that he shoots in looks like a shitty, neighborhood pizza shop.
Hey, everybody's got to have a gimmick, I suppose.
Well, it sucks Paul showed up because I got to go and head over to do the Banff podcast. So, but at least you got Paul here so he can replace me.
Well, thank you very much, Bear.
See you, Bear.
Good to see you as always.
Swap one bald guy for the other. There you go.
Exactly. You got your pick of fat guys. He has more fun this year. So there you go. Right? That works out perfectly. All right, guys. Well, take care. Peace, love, geek.
All right, take care, Bear.
Birthday, sir.
All right, take it easy. So yeah. Hey, how's it going, Paul?
That's going all right. So yeah, I saw you had that show on Sunday, but yeah, we were doing session 0 stuff for Bears, like Star Trek-ish type game on Sunday. So unfortunately, I couldn't hear the arguments for wasting your money on this Greyhawk book. But hey, it's your money. You spend it how you want. I just
I tried. I was open for anybody to put in there and say, hey, this is what I would go with, but
Right.
But yeah, nobody really came out. And then when you go on to when you go on to like the D&D on Twitter and you look at the responses to that, I didn't see anybody coming out and like very strongly like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy this thing. I can't wait.
I didn't even hear scuttlebutt at the con, and I was there. Like that was the thing. It wasn't until seriously, it wasn't until I got back home and then I saw, oh my God, this announcement happened, and I was like, why wouldn't they play that up at the con and say like, hey, there's a major announcement with Watsy and Luke, and people would have been like, oh my God. And
what I don't understand is, is why nobody in the audience of those things, because they do have questions and answers.
Yeah.
I mean, if they would hate me in those freaking places, they really would, because I'd have no freaking filter. I would just stand up. Yeah, I have a question for you. Are you now, because you have the power to do it, you're saying that you're in charge of the, brand, are you going to remove the disclaimer from the drive-through RPG? All of the TSR products have that disclaimer on. If you're not going to remove it, then that's a deal breaker for most of us.
Yeah.
All right. And that just nobody put it out to them. It's like everybody is so freaking timid.
No. It wasn't people were timid. I'm telling you, it was controlled, because that piece of artwork, people were like, why wasn't this at the auction? It was just, Vince Vaughn bought it for $5,000 and that was it. And it was like, there's a lot of guys there that spend a lot of money on old D&D stuff. If you showed a Jeff Easley original of a new book, that probably would have went way higher than $5,000. So that was like a backroom thing, because it did not appear at the auction. So,
well, it's like the apology. The apology was backroom. Did that really happen? Was the apology a check?
Oh yeah. Well, it's like, that's what I was telling people. I was like, Luke's got 2 girls that are growing up, and I'm pretty sure like him and the wife look over and they're like, we're gonna need some college funding. And there you go. And then just make that money, brother.
Hey, how's it going, Angela?
I heard there was an invite for bald fat guys.
There you go.
To come in.
This is
you
like
don't
our
look that fat.
Oh, I am. Trust me, no worry.
It's like,
don't make me stand up. I'll show you mine if you show me.
How you doing, edgelord? He's like, I'm keeping it over here so you don't see.
Right.
You can't see below the sternum.
I actually got a Nick Tahoe's t-shirt on. That tells you how fat I am. Like a local Rochester garbage plate joint there.
So you're in Rochester?
No, I'm in Buffalo, actually.
Oh, you're in Buffalo. Oh, that's right. So, and you're not, are you going to make it to CNYCon, or you don't know? Sure?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Me and the Edgelator are going.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah, so it's going to be even better.
It's going to be, I mean, I haven't been to a con in probably since Origins back in the early 2000s. I don't travel much, so.
Yeah, so that's going to be a great con. I mean, I think the second year is going to be awesome. That's the only con I'm going to this year that I'm staying 2 nights for.
Seems like the right kind of atmosphere there too. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like the stars are aligned for such.
No, it's going to be a great time. I'll leave my house at 4:00 in the morning, get there, and Friday morning at 8 or so, and actually probably earlier than that.
I'll probably get there about noon. I'll be excited. I'll wake up. I'm probably gonna be yelling at the wife. Come on, let's go! Hurry up!
Yeah, they allowed check-in early. When I got there last time at like 9:00 in the morning, they're like, "Oh, you can check in your room now." I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Wow, that's early." I was like, "Usually, you gotta wait until like 3, 4 o'clock to get into the room."
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I haven't signed up for any games though. So I probably better get on.
But you know what? When you go to, when I mentioned this in one of my previous live streams. When you go into a convention, if you don't have a game, it was when I interviewed. It was Friday when I was talking to Scott Legault for Rising Phoenix, and everyone's table, you always have room for one more.
Yeah.
If you have a table of 5, you have room for 6. Most of the tables are well accompanied for 8 people anyway.
Right.
Although maybe not as many of us. You're not going to get us 3 guys plus another 4 or 5 guys there too.
But, there's a lot of guys I'm dying to play like alongside too.
Yeah, but it's going to be a great time. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm pretty sure I have some gaps in my gameplay where it's like, hey, I can hang out for 4 hours here in between games. I think that's how I kind of scheduled it out. And then Sunday morning, I don't have to leave right away, so I can still hang out with people. I have nothing planned for Sunday morning, and so I can actually let me double check that and see if I have anything planned for Sunday morning.
Yeah, are they running games on Sunday?
Oh yeah, he runs games on Sunday. Let me see. So let me see my schedule.
Yeah, I'm checking out EGG Con for the first time this year.
Yeah, so
that's a smaller one.
So Friday, let me get rid of this thing.
What's EGG Con?
It's pretty much in Lake Geneva, but it's run by what's his name, Eric Garland and
Gary Gygax. Heidi Gygax, her husband.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd love to do that just to go to a smaller. Because now it looks like Gary Con's like
it's pretty
crazy.
Packed.
That's why I was like, you know what, you got all those movie stars. I'm like, ugh, you know what I mean? That guy, and he brings Vince Vaughn and all that. Like they're king shit.
Yeah, I only saw.
Pardon my French. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Oh no, it's a live streamer. They're a little bit freer,
but
on live streams.
It's big deal. Yeah,
right.
It's like I don't want. I guess that's what makes me different. Like I'm an edgelord, I guess, because I don't want everyone liking my hobby. You know what I mean? I don't. I think gatekeeping really. I'm kind of a proponent of it.
Oh yeah, no, we needed better gatekeeping in 2012 forward. Much better gatekeeping.
Like everyone always says, "Oh, my group's like Big Bang Theory." Mine's like Sunny in fucking Philadelphia. You know what I mean? They're all a bunch of low lifes.
Yeah. Hey Shadow, if you have time, you want to jump in? There's the link. You can jump in.
Now that you don't have people jackhammering your house to fix things, you could come on and stream. Why not?
That's all right. My house is floating away right now.
So I'm looking at my schedule for ShireCon, for CNYCon. Yeah, I don't have. I think the first game on Friday is not until 4 p.m. But like I said, they let you in the room.
Oh, so they're doing games. I thought they were just doing the Conan thing or whatever.
No, they are. That's in the evening that they're doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm running a game. I'm running a Conan-esque game, Shadow Dark, from 4 to 8 o'clock.
On Friday?
Yeah, on Friday.
Yeah, I think I'll go in on that one.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, so I'll let you know as soon as the tickets are going up. If you're not aware of it. Then I'm running a Shadow Dark game at 9 a.m. on Saturday to looks like 1 o'clock. Then I am free. I'm open from 1 to 5.
Yeah.
So, or 1 to 6. No, actually 1 to 6. Is that 1 to 6?
Is Gillespie going to be running?
Yes, he is.
Dragon Slayer. I think I might want to do that. I
have an opening. I have an open slot for that whole middle part there, and I'll try to just. I'm not going to book anything, and I'm going to just try to jump in on someone's game.
Isn't Grognar going to run a Greyhawk thing too?
He might be.
That.
I'm not sure. He might be though. So, yeah, I gotta take a look at my Saturday game, Saturday slots, and see when I can jump in on something if I'm going to, but it's just the middle portion that I'm wide open for. It looks like a lot of things are, I see DCC, I see Dropship, at 1:30. I'm going to grab one of these games in there. He might be doing Ogre Miniatures.
Oh, I didn't see Shadows in the chat.
He's doing Ogre Miniatures. Shadow's trying to get in?
No, he's in the chat. I saw him in the chat. Yeah, I wish he would. I like Shadow.
At the stream, yeah. I
don't get a chance to see him
there
live.
He goes.
Hey, there you are.
Yeah. Hey, Shadow.
I'm in two places at once.
All right, cool.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, Shadow, I'm just gonna, I was gonna do a video series of, the appendix ends, misses, the game, the books that just don't hit it for me at all, and
What
I
are
think
they?
Swords and Deviltry is really up there. I mean, I've plotted through now like 3 hours of it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is
all of them are a slog.
It is so fucking boring.
You got to get past boring.
How could you? I'm listening to it. I'm not even reading it, right? I'm listening to it, driving my freaking car, and it's like I'd rather throw on iHeartRadio and listen to whatever randomly comes on to my radio than try to do like Fawford is just annoying.
I'll tell you how to do it. Put it on double speed, or just skip ahead to Grey Mouser.
Well, that's skipping.
I'll admit I did that with Lord of the Rings sometimes.
When does that kick? That's got to kick in. It's a 6 hour. I think it's like 6 or maybe it's like 6 hours of play. All right. I don't think Grey Mouser comes into it until 4 hours in. All right.
Maybe I'll look at the book and give you a rough idea. But I'm telling you, once you get past not just Fafhrd, but when like all the other books, all of the chapters are like Conan chapters where it's a mini adventure in 20 pages, and it was something wild and crazy, and then it's on to the next adventure. It's hard to get through. I despise that character. Fafhrd is just the absolute worst, one of the worst fantasy characters. But when you put the two of them together, it's that book is literally in my like top 3 of the Appendix N.
I couldn't.
Not just that book, but that series.
I couldn't put that book into my top 30.
I can't imagine having to adventure with a guy with that.
I really couldn't. It's
kind
like
of funny, actually.
I think the only other book that I put down after like the first couple of pages was Sword of Shannara, Terry Brooks. I couldn't get past.
Yeah.
I hit that name, Flick Olmsford, and boom, done.
Nah.
All right, and that's when I was a teenager, and I had too much sensibilities to be like, no, I can't deal with stupid names.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. That's why I couldn't deal with the Spell for Chameleon series. And you guys are going to hate me, but I could not stand Hitchhiker's Guide. Couldn't stand.
I loved Hitchhiker's Guide, but I wouldn't put it in my top 10 books, though. It wouldn't even dawn on me to put that in my top 10 books.
My wife hates it. She's like, ugh. Whenever I watch it, like the movie, even she's
to answer that question there, yes, I am going to OSRCon. I have my schedule for it, so I am playing in. Somehow I snagged the Dragon Slayer game that is being run by Tom Wilson, and I got the Hyperborea game that is being run by the convention organizer's brother, Mark Morita. So those are the 2 games I'm playing in. It's only a 1-day con. I have a good span in between games. I have about an hour in between both games. I'm not running anything. I'm playing it. And then AutoCon, yes, I just bought my ticket for AutoCon. I will be there as well. Although I'm probably only going there as a player. I think I looked at several games that I definitely want to play in. But, I never know. Sometimes if I run something, I'm only going to run one thing because it's a 1-day con. So you can only really squeeze in 2 games. And I saw some games I wanted to play in because I've never played those systems before. So I think I'm going to go just as a player this time around.
That Tom Wilson adventure, Death Angel was running last night. Looked pretty hard.
Which?
They
Oh, the new one.
CPK'd,
This new
but,
one. Yeah, I have that. I
Thaddeus
have
got
to.
out alive. That
Yeah,
was
I have
fun. That was
to.
cool to watch. I caught the end of that.
Yeah. I love his other one. The what was it called? The Lost City or something like that. His like
Did
I
he
have
do
to
the
look it up.
Conan Shadow Dark ones? Is that
Yes. Yeah, I have all of his
That
Conan
looks
Shadow
cool.
Dark ones. Yeah, that one's an awesome. I've run that at conventions. That's an awesome game. I mean, awesome adventure.
Yeah.
Works so well in in a convention setting. Well, across the board it does. Hey, Takado's here. Let's get Takado in.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, Bo?
Hey, Nikado.
All right. I'm going to be at like
What's going on?
3 conventions with Takado, right? We're going to.
Yeah.
Are you going to OSR? Yeah, you're going to OSR Con.
Yep.
All right. Are you in
OSR.
Tom Wilson's game too?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, because that thing was weird. It was like I saw that there was only 1 ticket left, but it doesn't show. That's the one thing with his things. It doesn't show who's already in. And I was like, wow. There's like I thought only 1 opening because it says a signed slot. So I don't know what that meant. But anyway.
Yeah, that one I chatted with him briefly yesterday, and that whole thing is that's an adventure he's working on to publish
Right.
this year. So he ran it at Page, he said, and everybody died. So should be fun.
Cool. Should be fun. And then so you're going to OSR Con. You're going to are you going to Rising Phoenix?
No.
No.
Doing CNY and then ShireCon.
And ShireCon. So yeah, we're going to see each other at 3 different
Is
cons.
CNY in June?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you guys got to go check out the Arduin table if you're going to.
Oh,
that
I'm
one.
going to
Just saying.
Arduin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll definitely
Yeah.
see those guys.
I was trying to get the boy to go with me, but that's about when he's graduating. We're not sure exactly
Mhm.
what day. So, and since I don't fly, we'd be taking a train or something. So it would be a very long ass
It's a long ride.
That's a long. That's good. That's what I was laughing at.
from California. Yeah.
It's a road trip.
But we get to see a bunch of the country and stuff like that. But he might also be going to Mexico around that time, so can't leave the house alone.
Cool.
It's where I live.
So-
It's just,
Are you going, Shadow?
I don't know yet. I might.
that'd
George
be
and
killer.
David really wanted me to go. I know. Thanks. I appreciate that. But if I don't make it this one, I will be hosting a con of my own in Texas, probably 27 or 28, maybe even doing the convention circuit for the Arduin guys when Arduin Bloody Arduin comes out, in which case I'll be going to like every convention in that year.
Yeah, they have
Thinking
an
about getting
awesome booth.
That's what I
booth
hear.
Oh
is
my God.
super impressive.
Just classy as hell. I've been
Yeah.
to a lot of cons. I've seen a lot of images, but that one was like next level. It was like it's like if Games Workshop or Wizards of the Coast. I mean, it's on par with that. With the
Yeah.
setup.
Those
and
Emperor's Choice
Right.
guys are
and-
locals here too. I think they said. I think,
Buffalo, something like
yeah,
that.
Niagara Falls. They said, yeah, I'm like right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I
Jealous,
spent
man. I would be hanging out with them every day.
I
would
would.
literally
I
they'd be
had-
sick of me.
breakfast with those guys and
That store that
hung out
they
with them
said
for a
they
bit.
were operating out of closed, so I don't know where they're at now.
Yeah, I was just on the phone with George yesterday, and there's some big stuff coming, but they're perfectionists. I've watched a lot of other gamers put stuff out lickety split, and not these guys. They've got a
Yeah, I know.
huge staff of play testers and number crunchers, and
Nice.
plus
and they're
having,
like right in my bag. I wish they had a place I could go to. You know what I mean?
they've got a bat cave, but you know.
Well, not right, like a store. I mean that I don't need to be in a bad cave or not. I'm cool, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? I would love to
Secret underground volcanic lair, something like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, don't give. I probably
So-
watched that, but I mean, I'm just saying. I wouldn't mind there being like a store or something like that they sell out of. I'd love to get all that.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have to be either really tiny or they'd have to sell other people's stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they've only got like maybe a couple hundred products, including miniatures. That's not enough to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
Especially in New York.
No, please tell me about it.
So yeah, a lot of us are going to be there, so that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Are you going to be in anything, Ducato? You be I mean, other than your booth, are you going to be like in any game or anything?
As of right now, probably not. It'll be the first one where I don't play any games because I've never run a booth before. So
Oh boy.
my son's coming
I'm
with
sorry,
me. But
Ducato. What you're running a booth for?
CNY, and I do commission miniature painting. So,
Okay, that's what I
I'm,
meant. Is
Thunderstruck's going to be
know.
there too. That's who I was telling you about, Shadow.
okay.
They're the ones who 3D print that you were looking for a 3D printer.
Yeah, I
we're
got
doing right next to
burned
each
big
other,
time.
actually.
I got really burned last week on a 3D printer. Didn't cost me anything. I got a refund, but you ever heard of Printpire?
No.
If you ever come across them, stay away. They're
Stay
full
away.
of crap. They just
No,
wasted my time. I was going to drop $250 on a crap ton of prints, right?
Yeah.
And they said, okay, I'll have it out Monday. I got the shipping label verification, and that was the end of it. Oh, it's shipped out. It's shipped out. Oh, I'll ship you out another copy. Just let me know. You just couldn't handle the order, and you flaked, and just going through
You
feedback and talking to people, at the post office. Like, no, they never dropped
It
anything
happens a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
Yeah, I've gotten burned on one. Shockingly, only one. Like I bought off Etsy and never saw or anything.
It reminds me of buying weed back in the day.
Yeah. You don't pay till you see it, man.
Well,
So Paul, convention-wise, what conventions are you going to be hitting?
I just got done this past weekend with, you could probably hear the con crud hit me with C2E2. That's more of a comic convention, but I went to Adepticon Sunday, and that's one we're hoping next year we're hoping to hit it on a Friday because Sunday is just like with every convention. That's the day people are like, at the exhibitor hall. They're like, I just want to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah, and you miss out on the market, the dealer's room. I mean,
yep. Yeah, because I was trying to get a copy of Flames of Orion, which is a indie kind of mech-based combat game. They had a Spiral Bound for the first time this year. I was like, oh, that'd be perfect.
Spiral Bound. I haven't seen one of those for freaking ever.
That's what I mean too. Is if you're playing a miniatures game, it's like you could just lay it out at the table, be perfect. They were like, that's sold out at 10.
I think mostly miniatures
game
are still spiral bound.
Yeah, it'd be nice. But no, like all Warhammer and all that stuff, they want it to look good on a shelf, and it's like
I would love to do like a Mordheim printing with a spiral bound. That'd be so killer.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I only have one game system that's spiral bound. It's from the same publisher as For Against Darkness, and it's the miniatures game. It's the miniatures, the skirmish war game, and that's spiral bound. That's the only one that I have that's spiral bound.
This one's spiral bound from like 79.
Damn, that looks cool. Yeah. I don't even know.
It's not even spiral bound, actually.
Cover art is awesome.
It's whatever the hell they call this shit.
What is that?
It's plastic.
Is that the plastic?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It just has
I
thought
it was spiral, but yeah, this is the dice are still sealed. That's how weird a game it was. You bought it, you read it, and you went.
Yeah.
David A. Hargrave, and no one's gonna freaking play it.
Actually, box alone is awesome.
Oh yeah, it was cheesy.
I freaking love that font. Yeah,
tiny little gun.
The porn stash.
Mohawk. Yeah.
Star Rovers.
The
Yeah.
lizard samurai with a lightsaber. You know, you're like,
Yeah.
There
As
we
a matter
go.
of fact,
Land didn't have a
everything
mohawk.
on the cover, it's actually an archive miniatures game, and everything
you,
on the
Robert.
cover is a miniature that good luck finding.
Oh, yeah.
They're the company. If you guys remember that company that got in trouble for doing the Star Wars miniatures, including
Oh, really?
the stormtroopers with the rabbit ears,
How long ago was that? Oh, geez.
79 ish. I've got them all. One of these days, I'll
You see that, Shadow?
Yeah.
Shadow, look at the comment.
Shadow Amtrak has station 10
Minutes away.
10 minutes away from the con this year, next year. If you need a ride from the station to the con, we can get you. Hey, thanks, Roger. It's still not out of the question. I just, just gotta, I'm not missing my son's graduation from high school. It's his last year, and I miss that. I might as well not come back.
The con will be there next year.
Yeah.
Roger will be in year 3.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that. Like, yeah, if there's a train that goes out there from Chicago, I'll hit it. Because the
Oh
station.
my God, that's not even a long drive for you anyway. What, Chicago to Utica is? How far is that?
That's probably like 8 or 9 hours. I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably about 10-hour drive. Yeah,
I'm not doing that. I used to do 7.5 to get to Columbus for Origins, and I was like, "Woof, that was."
But
tiresome.
the real question for me is, how close is it to the post office? Because of all the shit that I'm going to buy that I'm going to want to ship home.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's one of the
I don't know
smart.
if you guys know who Rob Oren is from Rob's Tabletop World. He's kind of a bigger channel.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about now. Big guy. He buys a lot of board games.
Yeah. Big military contractor. Now farmer. I hope he's doing well. I used to hang out with him a lot, but just how things are. Jackie and I stopped watching him together, so I stopped watching him solo. But he goes to the con and he buys the whole dealer room. He's freaking. I'll take it all. Just writes a check.
It's kind of wild because he does those auctions where he's just like, I'm never going to play these. Here's a whole box of stuff. And it was like,
I have bought many a thing from him, and I still got. He sent me the last time was 3 freaking giant fruit boxes full of stuff, and I'm like, why did I buy this? I am never going to play it.
Speaking of stuff we're never going to play, I was going to get on Roger's case for getting Ostrich 3.0, and I was like, that's good you bought that. It's going to be probably as useless as Ostrich was originally. Like even Shadow said, I didn't know at the time you could get AD&D elsewhere, but that was the whole point of Ostrich, was to kind of keep it in print.
Yeah.
It was good for time. Yeah, it was good
so
for
it's
time.
Speaking of a lot of stuff to bring, I'm going to be bringing tons of stuff to ShireCon. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm bringing to ShireCon.
As much as I bag on drive-through, their reprints are worth it. This is an Unearthed Arcana reprint. It was like $25.
Yeah,
and I mean, if you know the Unearthed Arcana,
it's got all the revisions in it too. So
yeah, and 90% of the Unearthed Arcanas I've ever come across fall apart. And I've had this one.
Was terrible.
Years.
I got the best.
Bring it on.
Yeah, he's gonna bring that player's handbook.
I got my original.
Oh,
still together.
You're gonna bring your 2E. Yeah, I got the original too somewhere in here.
Yeah, I've got mine, but the pages are falling out, just like the
it was
Oriental Adventures.
I bought mine.
My Oriental Adventures fell apart. That's my only AD&D book that crapped out. The rest of them are all together. They're in rough shape because I was a kid and didn't take care of stuff. But
no,
I could take my player's handbook and roll it into a tube.
All of my repurchases are still in good condition. They're all, the original printings and everything. They're still, pretty solid.
I always brag about this, and I'm going to bring it up again. But when I came out of the Army, well, actually, the transfer from Colorado to Honduras, I lost from Honduras to home, I lost all my D&D shit. And it took a while to bring it in, and it got quote unquote lost in the mail. So just a couple years ago, my wife stumbled on the Salvation Army and just got like the jackpot, like of some 1E, like Manual of the Plains, Unearthed Arcana,
That's a hard one to
all
get.
the 2E stuff and vampire hardcovers. I got rid of those because I'm not going to play it. But yeah, a bunch of like a whole trove of like second edition stuff. The thrift store gods provided for like a couple years. Like I would find it. Now it's dry.
That's unheard of. Where I live, my thrift stores don't even carry books anymore.
Yeah.
The thrift store has become a huge.
You have to do it the other way.
Online thing now.
Yeah.
So I will not only will I not donate to them because of that, but less than 5% of all the proceeds actually go to the charities.
One of them, I won't say who did my son.
I'll be right back.
So I'm a little miffed at them. So because he used to work for him.
One of the guys in my group, his wife was went to a yard sale, and she found this huge wooden case that was filled with old Ral Partha miniatures.
Yeah.
Boy.
Bought it, for her husband. It's
Ral
friggin'
Partha
awesome.
minis,
He's got,
man.
a pile of them.
Yeah, just tell him if you still talk to the guy.
Oh yeah, he's in my group. Good friend of mine.
Okay, tell him to hurry up and paint them, even if he just clear coats them before they rot.
Yeah, he's already had that experience too. Like some of them have lead rotted and
wow, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And if he wants to replace them, I know a guy who's got most of the molds.
There's there's a cool festival up here in like Alcott, New York. It's like right on the lake, and someone was having a garage sale right outside it, and I got a big, like, nice big box of Dragon magazines. I'm just buying them all. They wanted like some stupid amount for each of them. I'm like, how much for the whole thing? I'm buying them all. Yeah. And then this other guy I know games come by and he's like, what happened to all the Dragon magazines? I'm like, you're looking at them, buddy.
Nice.
Yeah, my first ShireCon, somebody was selling a crap load of them, and I should have just done the same thing. And I only bought I think one because it had an article in it that I was interested in, but I should have bought the rest of them.
I knew if I walked away and came back to be gone, because those are if you know what I mean.
What's up, man?
Yeah. So at ShireCon, I'm going to bring I'm going to have my Adventures Dark and Deep, the first edition, because I got the second edition, so I don't need the first edition anymore. But before I donate them, I'm going to have I'll have Joe Block sign them. Yeah, sign them. That way they're a little bit sweeter in the,
Well, then you better bring your own copy, wouldn't you think?
Well, my other copy?
Yeah, your copy.
Yeah, the second edition.
Yeah, to have them signed.
Yeah, the second edition. He might have signed them already. I'm not sure. I got to double check them and look.
Okay.
But
I'll probably bring mine to have
because I bought them in person. I'd have to look. I think he might. If not, I'll bring them too. I mean, it's literally an hour away.
I'm going to get his book at CNY.
And then let's see. Hey, Mirador, how's it going? See all my players popping in too. What's going on, Mirador? You're welcome to pop in if you wish. I'll put the invite in there.
Oh, you got more than 6 slots?
Yeah, I can have up to 10.
I was going to say I could scram if you don't.
Yeah, I got the...
Going to have Shadow as the center square.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always think of the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
I'll do my best Paul Lynde imitation.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you could be Paul Lynde.
What the hell was he famous for?
Paul Lynde?
Bewitched, I think, right?
For that.
Was that it?
Right?
I think it was just, that's all I remember him for.
What, for Hollywood Squares?
Well, I remember him on
Before
Bewitched.
that.
Right.
Before Hollywood Squares, what was
Bewitched? Yeah, he was on Bewitched.
Didn't he have that goofy Halloween variety special thing? I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
I always see the spoofs of those on SNL where Bill Hader was doing who was that, Vincent Price, and his little spooky Halloween specials.
He was most famous for being practically openly gay in the early 70s or
70s.
whatever, and
Yeah.
Him and
nobody really
Charles
cared.
Nelson Riley.
Yeah, he was in the trenches
Right?
before. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Even as a kid, I knew something was weird with not just him, but was it Rip Taylor?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
from like
Oh,
Sigmund
yeah.
and the
Well,
Sea
yeah,
Monsters. I'm like, what's up with this guy? Mom, Dad, why does he creep me out? I'll tell you when you're older, son.
Yeah. For now, just repeat Stranger Danger. There you go.
That's
How
right.
did you know what though?
Yes.
How did
It's the voice of the
like
rat and Charlotte's Web too. Yes.
Yeah, there you
how
go.
did Rob Halford go under everyone's radar? You know what I mean?
He didn't. He didn't.
I'm like, I look
really,
back
because,
now and he's
like,
got
we
the
knew
leather
about-
cap
we
and
knew
shit.
about
I'm
that
like,
in,
how did
like,
I not see
19
that as a kid?
We knew about that in the 80s, so like
Oh, yeah.
by the time I was in high school, and you know what? Nobody cared.
Nobody
Yeah, no one cares.
Judas
Exactly.
Priest was the #1 band at the time.
Oh my god, they were killer. I
Yep.
love them.
They're still probably my favorite, like official metal band other than Black Sabbath. I saw Judas Priest 2 nights in a row at the Long Beach Arena. My brother and I got a limo. We went 2 nights in a row, and the first night I'm watching him, and I'm like doing things to the microphone, and I'm like, oh shit! I bought 2 nights.
The light bulb, come on. Yeah, that's funny.
Now
I love Judas Priest, man.
Same
Yeah.
here.
So
Same
good.
here.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you're like, whoa. Now I understand why our parents were upset.
Pretty much, it did. If you were that good, nobody cared. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody
Rob
cared about
Halford was
Same
one
with
of the most
Mercury.
amazing-
Nobody
Yeah.
cared about
I
Freddie
love
Mercury.
Queen. Yeah.
Nobody cared about Rob Halford at the time. Nobody cared about, Paul Lynde was certainly accepted, as funny as he was.
Elton John.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, Elton John.
if you're at the top of your game, nobody cares about that other stuff.
Right.
Nope.
Well, they never made it about that either. They're just like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's not true about Judas Priest. Go listen to what was the album that came after Screaming for Vengeance? Listen to that album
Defenders
now.
of the Faith.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, Jawbreaker, Ram It Down,
Well,
etc. The Saiyan. That must have been some crazy shit. As a matter of fact, I had a girlfriend who told me about her ex-boyfriend who Rob had hit on, saying, I'll buy you a Harley. Just go out with me. And I'm just like,
Wow.
Jesus.
okay.
Yeah, that was the rumor was don't go on the tour bus. Yeah.
I heard he tried to seduce Diano, the original Maiden singer.
Paul Diano, yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
I was a big fan of that album from Iron Maiden.
Killers? Or the first one?
That and Killers.
I love Killers.
Yeah. Killers was a
Don't
great
get me
album.
wrong, Bruce Dickinson was great, and I dug all their albums up to Power
one
Slave,
cared.
and that's when I kind of felt they kind of fell off my radar for whatever reason.
Well, they're all proggy now. Their songs are like 10 minutes, 12 minutes long, and I mean, I don't know. I love. There's a lot of Maiden I love.
Peace of Mind.
That's the best.
Was
I think Peace of Mind's the best Bruce Dickinson album for sure.
I was going to say exactly that. The Trooper.
Oh my God!
Was just like.
Yeah, and the Live After Death, right? Was that after? Yeah, that's after that, right? Isn't it? I think.
As a matter of fact, I got the miniatures.
Wait, which album did you say first?
Peace of Mind.
Peace of Mind.
Peace of Mind. Power Slave came after that, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. It was too. It wasn't like Rush's preachy, but it was like, look how smart we are. We read,
There's some good songs on Power Slave.
Mariner, yeah.
There's some good songs. Yeah. The ancient man. The rhyme of the Ancient Mariner is long, but it had some great musicality in it. But it's
Did you get those Zombicide minis, Shadow?
I was just trying to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I painted them up. They were great, but there was no Aces High and a couple other classic Eddies that should have been there.
Right.
Take it easy, Amirda.
Yeah, I got them half off at Millennium Games.
Oh yeah, do that.
Oh, you lucky! I went and paid the thing, and it's funny. I've got my Zombicide on Dead or Alive Western, the only real Zombicide I bought, and I bought it for the minis.
Yeah,
And
me
then I
too.
tried reading the rules, and I'm like, this movement is too abstract. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, looks like
Okay, I got the
rule-
minis. Cool.
The game is awesome. You know what got me into Zombicide was the Night of the Living Dead one. That one's
okay.
good. I like if you like the movie.
Oh, you
it
got it
kinda
on there.
goes along with
I'm
it.
a Western guy, so
No, but you
getting
turn it down with the other
200
thing.
Western zombie and character minis. The Bernie Sanders mini is freaking hysterical.
It's
All right.
crazy how many sets they have
no
for that
medium.
game. Like,
for
different
for
things.
Zombicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
They
a
do good
Thundercats
stuff.
one, and
One of these days I'll actually paint them. I don't know when, but someday, hopefully. Hell,
Same here.
most of those
Going
boxes
down
aren't even
now?
open. I got the whole Kickstarter, everything, and I
those
opened the first
Demon
box.
minis are nice, but there's so many, and you're just like,
This
oh
is my
God.
favorite Zombicide miniature. Is probably can't see it well because the lighting.
Is that
The
from
Zombie
Team
Hulk?
Death?
You
But
might
it's
have
a
spent
troll, and it
on-
was from the first game, but it was inspired by the artwork of Paul Bonner, who does a lot of.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that guy.
work.
He used to
Yeah.
do.
That's
He
very
not only
much,
did he sculpt that, he got to start from what I remember through the Doom Trooper card game. I got a bunch of his autograph cards that were randomly inserted in the Doom Trooper card game. But then years later, I saw his name as one of the sculptors for HeroClix, the superhero games.
Nice.
I was like, whoa.
Third edition Shadowrun. Yeah, that was
Oh,
Paul
did
Bonner.
he do that? Is that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was his
So
cover.
he
He's
do
doing
it all.
a lot of stuff
Draw,
for.
paint.
Hey, I'm
For
gonna have to
the
get off here
Dragon
for now.
Bane
I'll see
thing.
you.
See it
I'll
to
see
me.
you tomorrow.
Take it easy. Thanks for stopping in.
But yeah, he had that Trudvang, and unfortunately, it kind of folded. But it looks like Free League picked it up now. It's going to be a
Yeah,
setting
it's like a
for
role
Dragon
playing
Bane.
game.
There's
Yeah.
a crap ton. Oh, I might have moved that downstairs. I have
Those
the
minis
whole.
look neat.
I have all of them. I have the
Oh,
whole
from the board
Kickstarter.
game.
Yeah, because I got them. My local shop, they back a lot of Kickstarters, and they had a ton of it. And when Dragon Bane True Bane got announced, I was like, I want all those miniatures. So
That looks like a cool. That looks
Makes
like a
sense,
cool set. There's like a lot of used games over there in at Millennium in Rochester, and I was tempted on that one.
You
yeah,
know,
there's some
I
really
was
cool miniatures in it. I painted a few of them. So far.
redoing my garage and my studio and going through stuff, and I'm like, there's only like 3 games left on my bucket list. I better be careful because you know what happens when you scratch all that stuff off,
Yeah, you kick
Yeah.
it.
right? So I got to add some stuff because I got rid of my Cyberpunk original box set.
I did too. Well, that was lost in the Honduran escapade there.
And
Oh my
even
God.
though I'll never run it, I would play it. I liked it. I just don't like the genre. The idea of chopping body parts off somehow didn't agree with me as a younger me, and less so today. But I'd still pay a pretty penny for it. But I don't want the reprint hardcover where everything is in one book. I really liked when I got it. I remember the smell. I remember the feel of the paper. It was kind of cheesy,
Yeah.
paper. But everything about it was like punk. It felt like getting like 500 freaking
That had more atmosphere for me
Flyers.
than Shadowrun did. I thought that put the punk in Cyberpunk more than Shadowrun did.
the system
Shadowrun,
was solid. The
yeah,
system was solid. Even some of the character, things, the lore was all cool and everything.
yeah.
I would just want to play somebody who wasn't getting their body parts chopped
We
off.
didn't have Blade Runner or nothing like that back then. That was our
No,
closest
I
thing we
think
could
did I
have.
buy Blade Runner or did I buy Aliens? I bought one of the two recently.
I heard the Blade
I bought
Runner
Blade
was
Runner.
good if you like Blade, which I do. But
I love
my
Blade
problem
Runner.
is playing
Blade
it.
Runner is really good. It's just that you have to, first of all, only 4-player characters. All right. It does not work with less, and it doesn't work with more.
Okay.
All right. So it's a
That's
4-player
weird.
game, and if you buy the box sets, all right, you
The
have to
starter set?
use those 4 characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then they didn't have new characters for the second box set. and it was like, but they added 2 new classes. I was like, how do you do that? It's why I never backed the second.
I'm gonna have to take that as a challenge because
it's with them. I was like,
oddly specific, man.
Yeah, it would take them nothing to create some pre-generated characters for the new classes that you're introducing. And I was like, why would I back this thing if you're so lazy that you won't even, and so cheap that you won't put 2 more character sheets in there? I mean, it was like, It was bizarre.
That's like the first Marvel when you couldn't roll out your own character. You had to use all the pre-existing characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to read that. I bought a new copy of the Advanced Marvel Superheroes game. I tried to learn it to help me learn Bears game, and I'm like, I'm like a month younger than Bloodworth, and I'm like, my brain still can't figure this crap out. Speak of the devil.
You're not a month younger than Bloodworth. You're an antediluvian. Quit talking nonsense.
I was going to say,
you turn your mic up for
you're
hard to hear you, Bear.
Again.
Actually, as I hear it, you're from Draculon 4.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
The same planet as Vampirella.
Hey, you know what? I'm okay with that. I was actually just looking through one of the omnibuses of Vampirella.
I never seen the movie version.
I hear it's not awful, but I'm certain
I'll watch it.
I'm just gonna want more.
Even if it was, I'll watch. I love awful movies.
I like bad movies.
What's up, Cal?
Yes, the core rulebook has all the classes, but they give you the 4 pre-gens that are really set for the, for that case file number 1.
For superhero RPGs, I got this for free for playing it at GaryCon with the guy because it was like on a $5 clearance during Black Friday.
Nice.
And I think free is about the right price for it. So,
You paid $5 too much, huh?
The Sentinel Comics RPG. It's got some interesting rules, but
I saw they're still selling Villains of Vigilantes.
Yeah, they still. I was just looking that. I was just looking at that now. They still putting out stuff for it.
Yeah,
even though they say that
versions available.
Only see that they say that they only. What's that?
There's 3 versions available. Fantasy Games Unlimited is still selling version 2. Monkey House is selling version 2.1, and then version 3, which they also call Mighty Protectors.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was just looking at it now because I was like, I know that they're still like, their website says that it ends at 2015. So I think that for some game systems they only go up to 2015. That's it, and then other ones are still continuing on. So I was looking to see do they do any third-party publishing? And they're like, no, they don't do any third-party publishing, or they're so strict with their IPs that they don't really let anybody produce anything.
Which art were you talking about, Edgelord?
Jeff T.
Yeah, Jeff's isn't bad, but man, if you go look at some of the other stuff, Bill Willingham. Sorry,
I love Will. Yes.
Bill Willingham's art for like Death Duel with the Destroyers and the Island of Dr. Apocalypse is amazing, and it's all like if you're a comic fan, you remember the Elementals, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you read those 2 modules, it's like, oh, this was proto Elementals. This is when he was figuring out the Elementals before he made the comic, so it's kind of cool.
That's neat.
Don't sleep on OGGM's Vigilantes for Shadow and Dark.
Class and level superheroes, dear God.
I actually
I'm a level 5 speedster. Pew. Like, no.
I kind of liked it. I'm not a big Shadow Dark fan, but I read through his material and I kind of liked it.
I'm sure it's wonderful. I have an allergic reaction to class and level superheroes.
I know Bear does.
Take it or leave it. There's a,
I think you got an.
It doesn't. I'll tell you one thing. It does not work. And Shadow, you know this. Class and level does not work with Amazing Adventures.
Amazing Adventures is broken to begin with. At least the original version.
Yeah.
Because they were lazy.
Yeah, they did
relegating the tech to spell equivalence was retarded. just
Yeah.
absolutely retarded. That's
It
not
just
how
did
tech works.
not
Tech
work.
is just not that difficult to,
But
to,
that's the
to
only
make
version
things.
of it they have, right? There's not a.
The second edition came out, I believe.
Maybe that's what I have.
What game is it?
Amazing Adventures?
From Troll Lords.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Troll Lords.
Have you seen the cover for the new
really-
edition?
I think
The
Roger
cover
was
for the new
just
edition is
interviewing that
beautiful.
guy, right? Wasn't he doing Amazing Adventures, Decado?
What's
Jason
that?
Bay.
Guy?
Jason Bay, yeah.
Yeah.
Just got done talking to him.
I
nice.
don't remember, but I really liked Amazing Adventures, except that one thing. All the other classes and stuff, because it's supposed to be more of a pulp game as opposed to really a superhero game. The Shadow kind of level or Doc Savage, as opposed to like, Batman and Robin or
Like a
Doctor
super
Strange
detective
or
game kind of thing.
kinda or like the Mummy, Indiana Jones. You could easily do like the Phantom, all the pulpy stuff that only went to a certain point because real world technology had only gone to a certain point.
Right.
The next superheroes game that I take a look at is going to be Savage Worlds.
What was that one we were playing with OGGM and somebody
Oh,
else?
that was Bloat Games. That was what the heck? Vigilante City.
I kind of like that one too.
Yeah, that was
even though
it was basically a superheroes game based on the BX frame, the indie BX
I thought it was
frame.
more based on Index
Bear
Card
on this
RPG.
No, not
I'm
Index
enjoying
Card.
this.
He did the artwork, yes, but it's more based on Black Hack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Black Hack, totally. That was my first publication of a character. Was in Vigilante City.
No, Shadow does not.
Hmm?
If it's going to be pulpy, Bo, and by that I really mean like kind of stuck in that era, 20s to 50s, United States globe trotting kind of thing. It's a completely different thing.
He called it mudswording.
I
I'm
do
not
when it's
touching it. That's
fantasy.
way too easy. Merry Christmas, Shadow. There was your gift. I let that one go.
When it's fantasy, I don't like mud sorting as he calls it, but when it's other things that make sense, because of the genre.
Yeah, Decado, I was checking that out. I have it opened up on the
see
other
my review
channel.
tomorrow morning, Bo. I just found one of the most high-powered magic weird games in a long time.
Yeah. Well, I think that a superheroes game needs to be, no levels, no character classes. It's totally skill based. Now I don't like randomly creating superheroes. I think that's
Tell me
just
about
kind
it.
of, I hate doing that. I'd rather my players that you come up with an idea of what you
Yep.
want your character to be like. I'll tell you how many powers you're going to start with, and you build it from there. That way, it has it has a theme that works, and it's you'll have some continuity, with it.
So with Heroic, I only put a random creation system in the appendixes for Heroic because people wanted it. And I'm like, I don't want this. And my editor's like, dude, just do it. And I'm like, you do it. He's like, fine.
You just alphabetize it. You just alphabetize it and come up with a 2 to 3% per thing. It's
Wow, tell me you know nothing about superhero games without telling me you know anything about superhero games. You just put them in alphabetical order. Don't divide them up by type of power or anything. Just a smorgasbord of powers.
yeah,
on,
it's like B&V did.
That's how you want.
B&V did separate them, but your basic, all inclusive power list. Why not?
Yeah. What kind of a shit show character are you going to get out of that?
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in that.
Oh my god.
That might be like the civic-minded five.
I'm waiting for Shadow to play in one of my games and play a magic user. Just waiting for him.
Don't do it.
I'm telling you, magic users in my games, if the player knows what he's doing, not like the last magic user we had, but
do you forget how we met?
Right? Doesn't matter. It's you would enjoy a magic user.
A magic
user. Magic user die?
No, I ran a magic user in his game up to like 9th or 10th level, right before it gets good, and I get enchant items. Like, oh, we're ending the campaign. Fuck.
I'm talking about
that campaign lasted for 2.5 years. I mean, it was.
Well, but I wasn't there for most of it.
I'm talking about the dwarf game. Didn't that guy die?
You were there for almost. You were there for at least 18 months. At least 18 months.
I know. It was a good game.
And you were 10th level, not 10th or 9th.
I think it was 9th. I know I got teleport, but I don't think I got any further than that. But yeah, it was a good game. And it sucks too because some of those players that we played with back then, I still think about those guys. They
were great players. Like we lost Breeze, we lost
Alan, we lost. I was just going to say him as well.
Vince.
You want to hear something funny about a Malric?
Mm-hmm.
The whole time we were playing with him, he'd have whenever we'd play with him, he had that backdrop, that famous green screen with the piano and the big thing, and I thought that was real.
Yeah,
I was like, man, this guy. He's schlepping with us, man. I honestly, for the longest time, thought that was real. And then I saw that exact background. I went, I'm so stupid.
Yeah. No, we had some really, really good, players there. And
Alan.
Alan, and they just, Breeze had to take care of family. And Amalric, I think his job changed. There was, at one point I had 12 players.
Alan got sick, I want to say.
What?
Did Alan get sick? Is that what it was?
Alan made it through that. Alan got sick during the Castles and Crusades campaign. He dropped out of that Castles and Crusades when we were running it in Vicksburg. But it was time for it to come to an end because like 4 of the players were moving on.
That always happens in groups.
Yeah, but like I said, it was a good run. I mean, 2 years and 2 years and 3 months. It was a good run.
Yeah, we've been dealing with that lately. I have 5 regular players, and 2 of them are been absent there for a little bit. But I still have 3 great players left over, so we're marching on. Keep it going. They want to keep it going, and so do I. So.
Yeah, like I was looking through my stuff, and I was looking. So in the last, because like I said, this was kind of like a retrospective of my gaming for like the last year, and over the last year, maybe a little bit more, I've had 25 different players playing in multiple different games for multiple lengths of time and everything. So I was like, I'm just going to keep track of all the people that have played in either, my tabletop games. I have a couple people that I haven't added them to that group, but I should, that I played in MMOs for a long, long time. So anybody that's on my Discord, I'm just going to move them over into that legacy slot. So it's like, if I played with you, you're in that slot. You ever want to jump in on a game, even if it's like a guest appearance or something for one session, 2 sessions, you want to play an NPC, you're welcome to do so and do something like that. Same thing with my members, my channel members.
One of them will play a fighter Saturday.
They can jump in. Say again?
Maybe one of them will play a fighter Saturdays. We need one. We're missing one.
Yeah, but dwarves are pretty darn tough anyway. But
we weren't tough last week.
Well, no, because
I'm
it
just
was
glad
really
I saved my
designed,
donkey,
and
man.
believe it or not,
I wanted to save that goddamn cell, and we did it. It was
yeah,
perfect.
yeah, you saved
I
Sal.
was determined.
You lost two player characters to save the
Well,
mule,
I
but
mean,
you know,
well,
you're lucky that priest, because it was like on a roll of 1 through 4 on a d6, he wouldn't have had the spell to bring them back to raise dead.
yeah, and I'm just sitting there doing 1 point of damage to the giant's toe. I'm like, hey, take that. Ready to die at any moment.
You see, people would attack me for, at least some people that are not true role players, would attack me for putting a first level party of just 5 first level characters against hill giants, 2 hill
Always run
giants.
away.
Nice.
But I was like, listen, I gave them, because OSE doesn't do it, but I gave the dwarves an extra minus a +2 to their AC against giants. Yeah, OSE doesn't do that. But I was like, no, I want to juice them up a little bit, and so I gave them that, and I really thought that was going to carry them through.
Yeah, but you were rolling good.
But I think somebody did the math right. They were like, if the giant hits, there's a 40% chance that the giant hits like this character, and there's like an 80% chance that he kills him in 1 hit. And I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But you guys handled it. I mean, you went in with.
Why did they not run? I'm flabbergasted why they didn't just run.
Why? Because they wanted to save the mule. The mule was.
Good night, Robert Satan. Take care, Robert Satan. Safe travels back to the 30th century.
Take care. Have a great night too. So they wanted to save the mule.
That mule.
Mule was.
Indeed, Cal. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So and it not only made the session, but it also, I think, solidified the concept of this particular group of dwarves. I mean, they're the dwarviest of dwarves, right?
Oh God.
Dude. I will.
We got hill giants.
Yeah, you guys literally you killed 2 hill giants as first level characters. I mean, who else can say that?
Yeah, it was fun. I loved it. I was actually on time this week. The every other week thing screwed me up. That's why.
Yeah. Eventually, like I said earlier on, I said.
Then I got the text. I'm like, oh shit, it's that Saturday.
Yeah, come May, if everybody's up for it, come May, we'll go weekly.
Yeah,
we'll do every Saturday unless something comes up. Unless my June, we should be good for all of May and half of June before we lose 2 weeks for the conventions.
Oh yeah,
and then probably nothing in July. But this one. This group and everything is going to pick up again in September, and we're going to go September to June with this group again because I'm loving the game system. I like the all dwarf campaign. I think it's working really well. And we can have characters come in and out or whatever because it's pretty much a West Marches style of gameplay that we're doing anyway.
I'm actually playing lawful for once, so.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty cool. Well, I play the power.
He's in my Sunday game.
Oh, he's in your Sunday game?
Yeah, it sucks. I started out with like almost 10 people a couple of years ago, and it's boiled down to 4. A couple of them come back like seasonally, but we lost a couple of people. For various reasons.
That always happens. I mean, it's not like I said, my AD&D campaign, I started with 12. We launched with 10. We had 10 for about 4 weeks. Then we lost 3, gained 2. Then we had 9 for, 6 months. Then we lost 2, and then you came on, around the 6-month mark.
I look at it like a TV series. It's like the characters, the cast is different this season, and then you get reoccurring players the next season.
Hmm. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm really hard to give up a game. If I've got the minimum, I'll like
Yeah.
we've been down to 4 people for 6 months or so, and I'll keep running it. If people still want to keep doing the thing. I'm not going to just end it. I hate ending games. I absolutely hate ending games without a good ending. Just we're just
um,
leave them hanging. I just feel
yeah,
like so bad for the characters that they're just like like those video game character
yeah.
videos, where the video game character is waiting for the player to come back to the video game and keep playing them. I just
All right.
I just hate that unfulfilled sense of you know just not going back because something new came up, or players just move on, or whatever. I just want a good ending, you know.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes the game system just, for me, sometimes the game system just doesn't do enough. It doesn't support, long-term gameplay. It's like I said, like Amazing Adventures. I just think, well, part of that was my fault too, but the major bulk of that was that game system was just not a well put together game system.
Yeah, like I said, it only has the one flaw. I think you were a little too ambitious with the story, trying to create a whole new world as opposed to doing what it's really meant to do: play on Earth in the 1940s, 1950s, 1920s.
Yeah, I had a little bit too much of it was like eldritch horror, sci-fi, superheroes kind of thing, and
you could do all that. You could do all that, but you were also juggling a brand new world that you had just created with a very unique twist and setting that really made it hard to probably handle when you wanted it to do other things. I literally put that Amazing Adventures as my favorite of all the spy espionage games. I did a whole like month going through every spy game, and I think
Mhm.
that one did everything you'd want in a spy game better than any other game I came across,
Where did
including
James Bond go on that list? The 007,
bottom of the
the
list.
Victory games. Yeah.
Victory Games. That game was
Any
amazing.
game that needs a
Yeah, that
multiple
game
You
was
either
great.
love or you hate that game.
That game was amazing.
I couldn't stand it.
Love that
I-
game.
Yeah,
Absolutely loved it.
Played the
And
shit out of that in high
weren't
school.
you weren't stuck with because we made our own adventures. You weren't stuck with just the box, the movie adventure.
yeah. Well,
You know,
there were like
um,
one or two modules. Mind you, my second favorite was Top Secret SI, which
there. I do
It's
like the
not.
game mechanics of the Top Secret NWO. I mean,
I
that's not
remember
too bad.
being in a
But,
con and getting to play James Bond and Fozza Star Trek, and I was like, oh my god, I was a pig in shit. I was like 14 years old, loving it.
Really.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
Not only that,
I love
I don't
those.
know if you guys.
I love those, Bear.
It's the best. That's what I'm doing with my game Star Quest right now. Is it's basically my tribute and my love letter to Fassa Trek.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I thought
So-
the administrator's guide for Top Secret SI was the second best, if not the best, DM guide I'd ever read, and I read it just a couple years ago. It talked about all the things that we talk about decades before I heard anybody else talk about player agency and actual role playing, and go look up the PDF for the administrator's guide, and come back to me and tell me that wasn't ahead of its time.
Which Top
You
Secret?
ever read
SI.
SI.
Spies and Private Eyes?
Yeah, I got it.
It's a great game.
It wasn't bad. It was up on the list. It was higher. I just
What
I don't
about
know.
Ninjas
I
and
just
Super Spies? Is that
I love that game, but I don't put it as a real spy game. You know,
Yeah.
it's more about combat and
Right.
martial arts and kung fu theater with
Yeah.
cyberpunk thrown in. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong; it's one of my favorite Palladium.
You ever played Danger
Yeah,
International?
I threw out my bottle of water.
Never even heard of it.
No, me
So it was the
neither.
Hero Games, the champion system. It was their spy mercenary, Miami Vice, whatever you want to do with the game. It's probably the best iteration of the heroic system I've ever seen. Like, it's so good.
Send me a link, at least
Played
just
the
like the
Hero
name,
system.
so I can take a look for it. Because I'll forget.
It's hard being old, I don't know.
Champions was the Hero system, right? Was that Champions?
Yeah.
I think I have a copy downstairs.
And while we're on this weird little thing, why is it the hardest game to get people to want to play these days? Any
What,
sort of spy
Champions?
game?
Oh, spy games. I don't know.
Yeah.
Spy games, really? Yeah.
Because
I mean, I can literally get a bunch of people to play a Western before a spy game.
Because we were the last generation that was suffering, or not suffering, but being influenced by Hollywood to think spies were cool ass dudes.
Cold War. I mean, we were all Cold War kids.
It was the media
That
of the
works.
time, man.
Yeah, I've tried to get people to just do like a one-on-one for spy games, and
That's a
nobody
perfect
really
genre
signing
for
up for it.
one-on-one.
Bond, absolutely. Just nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's. I mean, we grew up on so many great spy TV shows, actual stuff in the news.
Oh my God!
Scarecrow
Like
and Mrs. King.
a Danger Diabolique would be fun in some setting. That's a class. Did you guys ever see that movie? It's an Italian.
Yeah, it's
Danger
Giallo.
Diabolique.
Giallo?
No.
It's not giallo like stabbing or anything, but it's
But just the
right.
visuals are very giallo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what's his name did it?
Was Argento?
No, the one before him. Oh, shit.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Oh shit! No, I can't.
Mario
remember
Bava.
Mario Bava.
Yes.
Bava.
Which I love. I love Mario Bava movies because they all got those colorful lights. It's almost like '60s Batman.
Well, that's the thing. That's one of the staples of giallo, right? Is the colored filters over the lighting, so you get those really sharp reds, and it's really neat stuff.
Make the blood all bright red.
Well, they had to because they were using tempera paint for blood in those days, and it looked really, really weird on film.
Plus, the film they shot it on was different too, wasn't it? There was you really had to bring up the color on it.
Well, there's that. There's so many things that have changed in filmmaking in the last 10, 15 years. Like one of the big ones was the lack of solenoid lighting, right? Now that we've moved to LEDs everywhere, films look like garbage because, the solenoid lighting gave that nice sort of heat to the film.
Yeah.
It looked warmer, and then they would match their studio lights for indoor scenes. So the master of that was Michael Mann. Michael Mann was a master of that type of lighting. Mann. And if you ever want to see the last great LA film, watch Collateral. That's right before he shot that right before they changed all the lighting to LED lighting. And now it just looks like garbage on film.
I thought you were gonna say Live and Die in LA, but that was the guy who did The Exorcist.
That was Friedkin.
Yes, Friedkin.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get on film tangents.
That's okay, man. I worked 20 years in the industry. I'll talk film all night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. But I got to go, guys, because I got a show coming up in 7 minutes. So
yeah, we're going to wrap this thing up, too.
I got to go make sure my cellar's not flooded.
Yeah. So,
game Thursday.
Again, happy birthday, bro.
Yep, thank you.
Happy birthday,
very much, everyone, for popping in. Some great discussions and everything, and we'll try to fix Shadow's perception of what makes a good superhero game.
No, it's never gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
It's worth a watch at least.
I offered him to play heroic, and it fell apart. Sadly, oh well.
And a spy game because if you, I will run you through
my longest running game.
You'll love it.
My longest running game ever was a 29-ish year superhero game. So,
yeah, what system?
Palladium.
Yeah, that's not a superhero game. That's no.
Yeah, what's the name of that game? I forgot.
Just no. Just 11 times 1,000. No.
What's the name of the Palladium? Heroes Unlimited or no?
Heroes Unlimited.
Yeah, Heroes Unlimited. Yeah. I never played
It worked for what we wanted. Mind
Great
you, it was
lore.
more of a space opera superhero game, but that's what we used. Because I don't usually play or use Earth as my playground. It's very rare. So when like I say I want to play a spy game or a western, those are like the or a pulp game. Those are like the exceptions. Everything else, kind of forget it.
That sounds cool. Bo,
Bo, which game system do you want it in? What game system would support that? So the John LeClaire, LeClaire, Spy,
Le Carre.
yes.
Lacari?
Yeah. I think. I don't know. That could just be my French coming through.
Yeah, it sounds. I'd love to do a spy game. But
Hey, anybody out there? Any of you guys or anybody out there running a spy game? Call me. Send me a message. I haven't played a good spy game.
I was gonna do one in the morning.
I saw, but you wanted to do New World Order. I read the rules, and I'm like, I really, really have a hard time with.
Is that the new top secret?
Yeah. With random stat scores, your stat being a die roll. Like a die, like a 6-sided or a 12-sided die. It's one of my
like I think I know the guys who did that.
That's like you have that. That's like Savage Worlds does that. That's Blade Runner has that too. That's that. Whatever system they call that.
I found that out the hard way.
They call that the dice rule system. The dice pool system.
Dice pool I can deal with. I can deal with a dice pool more than my strength is a D12, which means at any given moment I could roll a 1 or a 12, and suddenly I can't lift what I could a minute before.
No, what it does is no. That's not the way it works. It's you're going to have a target number of like a 4. All right, and so if you're rolling a D12, that reflects the fact that you're going to have a greater chance of lifting. We're rolling a D12. Plus, you might have a bonus to that on top of that. So
right, but I'm just so ingrained with
if you're a weightlifter,
I can lift this.
If you're a weightlifter, yeah, but you can't. There's other things that come into play. If you could slip, you could drop the thing. You could slip out of your.
I gotta go, guys.
Yeah, I do too, guys.
Take care. Bye bye.
Good night.
See you.
Much as I love a good gaming argument.
Yeah, I love that. I love that system. Because it's kind of built in. It's kind of built in that it will be much harder for you with a D12 strength to fail on a target number of a 4.
But okay, here's my thing, especially with strength, because it's the easiest argument. I know I can lift 250. I can bench 250. I know my numbers. I go to the gym regularly. Now, if I'm pushing that, no problem. But if I'm lifting within my given ability, from going to the gym every day, then why am I rolling at all?
Because it's a skill check.
Yeah, if you rolled 1 on a D20, how would you explain it?
It's a skill check. Lifting is a skill
system, or a percentile system.
If you think about people who go to the gym, regularly,
Sure.
It's not a skill check. It's just repetition. Where you
no, but there's a chance that when you're picking up that barbell, that your foot slips. There's a wet spot on the floor. Your foot slips. That's the one. You know what I'm saying?
Those odds to me seem more like, but those odds to me seem like more like 1 or 2 in 100, not 5 to 7 to 12 in 100.
No, it's. I don't know what.
I know it's nitpicky, but the odds seem way more in your favor that you're going to have a no. It's going to be one of those. You don't need to roll.
But we're not talking. The system. The system isn't having you do like a strength roll for the purpose of just doing that, just doing a straight strength check. You're very rarely doing just a straight. What you'll do is you'll take that D12 and then you're going to add it to your melee die, which is possibly a D8, let's say. So like you're super strong and you're pretty damn skilled with a melee weapon. Now you're rolling a D12 and a D8, trying to hit the same 4. I mean, how often do you think you're going to fail that roll? All right, it's going to be very, very rare.
I'm kind of like with both. If there's no pressure, it should be no roll.
But there's always pressure. If there's no pressure, then you're not playing a game anymore. You might as well just throw away the dice and you're playing story time.
I don't roll to tie my shoes.
You're not tying your shoes for a role-playing game. You're not tying your shoes.
I'm using that as the most. I'm using that as the most mundane.
You're tying your shoes, playing story time around the fire.
Again, I'm using that as the most mundane example.
Right, and you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be rolling for that, but you would be rolling if you're coming up and you have to bend bars and lift gates. In every system, you have to roll bend bars and lift gates.
Lift gate maybe, but bend bars no. If it's steel or iron, nobody can do it. I've never seen anybody do it. You know what I mean? Think about it. Show me somebody who can do that. A 1-inch bar and bend it?
Right, but that's supposed to emulate Conan and fantasy stuff, right?
It's supposed
I've never seen anybody shoot a fireball.
Somebody that is superhuman strength.
Yeah.
But
the average human in D&D has like a 6 strength. You know what I'm saying, or like an 8 strength. And at the most, on average, is like 8 strength. You have a player character that's has an 18 strength. That's like the ability to, lift one-handed 180 pounds. Intelligence of an 18 is like 180 IQ. It's like,
I still don't think that guy could bend a 1-inch bar. Just saying. Well, it depends on how much and leverage maybe, but the way it's always been portrayed, even with the Conan breaking of chains, I find absolutely supernatural, not human.
He broke the neck of a bull at age 14. It was like he was supernatural, right? He broke the neck of a bull at 14. He's not meant to have natural strength. That's why didn't Conan beat Thor in a What If?
Possibly.
I think he did. In a What If, I think Conan beat Thor.
Are you hearing that echo?
Huh?
Is that you, Paul?
I don't see how. I mean, I've got headphones on, so.
No, I think I'm reverbing across somebody's.
Yeah.
Probably me.
I haven't touched anything, so
I was gonna say I'm the only guy with these on, so ain't me.
Yeah.
For some reason, it sounded like it was coming from you.
Anyway, I'm gonna run. Guys, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
See y'all.
Yep.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yep. You all have a good one.